Before I begin watching American Pie 2, I'm going to make a cup of tea. But it's story time. And yes, this video is not going to get delayed like the last one. The video only got delayed like the last one because it made me rethink, I was actually blowing some steam. But today, oh boy, this is different. So, I'm in the upstairs lounge and I'm getting ready for the meal. £5 for a fucking meal. Worth it though. Worth it. Expensive, but worth it. I go upstairs, I bring my plate, my fork, and my knife, and my cup. I sit down next to my best friend, and I have no problems because it's Richard, he's a cool guy. And she sat looking at me like, what are you doing here kind of look. And I look back at her if to say I was invited. Now, we don't see words, no. We think words, we don't say them. It's like, have you ever seen a TV show where the two main characters don't say anything? The look of the body expression says it all. So she looks me down and she goes, wow, why are you here? And I look back at her and I'm going, again, I was invited. She looks at me one more time. She goes, her excuses for not being there, because I was there, she goes, something's come up, I have to leave. She leaves, and before she can even have a meal, she doesn't even say goodbye to her friends. And I wasn't even, when I got there, truth be told, I wasn't even there talking to her. I was talking to Richard, because he was sat next to me. And I came up a bit late thinking, oh crap, because I thought it was going to start later. The meal's not going to start until later, and I was going to have some food. I was ready to cook some food with my staff member. Can't say his name. I can say my best friend's name because he's a good friend. And I sat next to Richard. I sat next to Richard, we're having a conversation, and just like that, when I start talking to Richard, she's still looking at me like I'm a fucking piece of art. And I'm thinking to myself, you are fucking rude. No, she's not rude. It wasn't the fact she was talking to him while I was talking to him. It was the fact, midway through the conversation, and remember, I'm not talking to her. She gets up and she just leaves. Doesn't say goodbye to anyone. And then she tells them, like she's living in a hotel, such a diva bitch that she is. Goes, oh, by the way, can you give me my food in my room? I want to eat in my room now. And I was like, because I showed up, you want to eat in your room? Oh, the staff member goes, oh yeah, sure. Don't say why. She just looks at me and leaves. But like, and she doesn't even say goodbye. You know, she says, bye. Doesn't even ask to say goodbye to us. She just looks at me one more time and she leaves. Now, I didn't say anything to provoke her. She leaves. Sorry, but to me and everyone else in there, and I know the other two don't like me and I don't care, we're in November and it's supposed to be about a time of being together with the group, coming together for the hard times. But she's so retarded, she doesn't know that. And I'm sorry for using that word, because I technically am slow myself. But let's say it this way. She's so stupid that she can't see that what she's doing is wrong. She leaves. And with a cruel smile like the Joker, I go, bye. And I was still relieved that she left, because it made me feel so much better. And I get a tap on my arm, and I turn around, it's my best friend, Tom. You know, cool guy. He's like, hey. And I thought he left because I remember the staff saying that was his last day here, remember. He's a respite, so, cool guy. Tom goes, hey man, I ain't seen you since the last time we hanged out was at the Halloween party. I was like, yeah, right, remember? I spoke to my friend Richard and Tom for a bit. She was so fucking ignorant. She left. Didn't say goodbye to anyone, and her excuse was, oh, someone dropped this, e-cig. And I thought, don't play that horse shit. The only person that in the building that smokes e-cigs besides someone else that I know is you. Don't play that, oh, someone wants their e-cig bullshit. I mean, for fuck's sake, the e-cig was pink. She goes, oh, I should go downstairs and I should give it back to the person. I'm thinking, you're such a fucking asshole. Such a rude asshole. I didn't say anything to her, but I thought what I was going to do is for November, I almost said New Year. Sorry. I've had a lot of food lately, got a bit stuck in my teeth. For November, I thought, I'll try and make peace with her. Just this once, see how it goes. She didn't even look at me and smile. It wasn't like a awkward smile. It was more of a, like, why are you here kind of thing. Now, they didn't tell me I wasn't allowed to come up. Otherwise, I'd be like, well, technical difficulties, you're not allowed to come up because she's there. She just wants to see you. Fair enough. Fair game. It's a mean situation. But the staff member was like, oh, yeah, they're having the food now. Bring your plate up. He's cooking it. He's making it now. It's going to be delicious. And let me tell you, it was delicious. But that first few minutes being in that room with her was a nightmare. Because I'm thinking, okay, what is she going to say? What is she going to do? How is she going to react? She gave me the range reaction. And she left. That's like going on a date with your girlfriend and you're paying for all of it. And she eats nothing and leaves. Yeah, sure, I got to eat my food, but it was just a lack of respect. So there I was, eating my food. I was actually feeling good about myself. But in the back of my brain, I was thinking, what a bitch. And I turned to him and I said, dude, she is so awful. And he just repeats, she's so awful, because that's what he does. He repeats the last thing he just said. He doesn't know how to think it out. So I thought to myself, why did she do that? I don't understand girls that do that. I don't understand if that person hates that one someone for so long. How can... I don't understand this. I really don't. Let me ask you girls a question. I don't hate women. Like Ricky Gervais once said, how can I hate women? My mom was one. I don't understand there's certain kind of girls that have a grudge against a guy for so long and don't think to themselves, oh, it's been 8 months. We said some things in the past. I'm over it now. We're in November, dude. We're in November. Coming on for the holidays. What's she going to be like when December hits? Is she still on the same? She hasn't seen me at all. We barely talk anymore. She hasn't sent me messages. She hasn't even given me an early Christmas card. Normally when I get a Christmas card, I get a card from almost everyone. But not her. Technically, because of YouTube standard rules, I can't say her name. Let's just call her the snake. Yeah. So the snake, right? She goes downstairs. She leaves the room. And she goes in the room to eat. Who does that when you've been invited to a nice meal? Which you paid for? If she wanted to sit next to me and moved, okay. She could have sat next to my arch nemesis. Fair enough. But she moved, ordered the staff to give her food downstairs because she's stuck up, and left. She left and she never came back. Because I thought to myself, she's not going to go downstairs and give that guy his e-cig back. She's gone. Because I had my friend nudge me going, is she coming back yet? I was like, maybe. And they're going to nudge me again. She's coming back, right? I was like, maybe. I don't know. Never came back. By the time I finished my meal, she never came back. And to me, everyone else is oblivious, but to me personally, that's rude.